Now, a team that will not be chasing any kind of championship this year outside of the Mavericks
Okay.
because we traded away Luka because he is fat.
Mm-hmm.
And then what happens is he goes to the Lakers. The Lakers get hit with that gentleman's sweep by the
Ant-Man.
Timberwolves.
Ant-Man came and got that ass, boy.
And Luka gets called out for being fat.
I don't know. See,
You say he didn't get called out for being fat. Just
bro,
because they didn't say Luka Doncic, you're fat, doesn't mean they weren't talking about Luka.
how do you know that they were though?
Who the hell else on that Lakers
Again,
squad is fat and not
there is
ashamed?
okay. There's more people than just Luka on that
He
team.
wasn't talking about the coaches.
Obviously, he wasn't because the coach was the one calling everybody out.
Coaches ain't got to be in game shape.
No, they don't. They don't. Players do. Players need to be in game shape.
Certain players, because JJ Redick said some of these players are in game shape.
Some of these players, and some of these players ain't. He didn't say some of these players are in game shape. One is not in shape. He said some are not in shape.
And when you get blown by defensively repeatedly,
Mm-hmm.
and when you can't guard nobody on the opposing team and you're playing 5-on-4 basketball at the other end defensively because you're just a non-factor, who could they be talking about?
I don't know who Joe. Tell us who is they talking about?
They're talking about big boy Luka, bro. And you know what? This is what Nico Harrison was kind of referring to. I just can't believe that JJ Redick threw that line out there, because if you know what happened with Luka and the Mavericks, why would you even bring that up as the head coach of the Lakers unless you're acknowledging the same issue and you're basically doubling down on what Nico said, and that is he's out of shape. He's not serious about his body in the offseason. And JJ Redick's like, you are going to be serious about your body this upcoming offseason.
Not you are going. You're going.
And you are going to be slim, fit, and ready to rock and roll when the season starts back up next year. That's what it read to me. Maybe I'm reading too much into it. What do you think that meant, Julio?
I mean, again, the Lakers, for lack of better words, I mean, the Lakers got outplayed. That's my opinion. They got outplayed. They got outworked. It wasn't just I'm not going to sit here and just point the finger at Luka. There's other players on that squad that were playing alongside of him on that team, and they were also part of the loss. So I'm not going to sit here and just be like, oh, it was just because Luka got blown by. How many times, Joe? How many times?
I think they said it was something like 11 or 12.
So just because he got blown by 12 times, that's why
he's a
they lost.
defensive liability.
That's why they lost the series, because
You're
of that.
A defensive liability.
But that's why they lost, because of the 12 times that he got blown by.
Because any defender that they have to go against is fine, because all they know is once they get it to Luka's man, that's a gimme as long as he can make the shot, because Luka has never been a great defender.
He hasn't.
Dirk Nowitzki faced that same criticism and scrutiny when he was here in Dallas. The big German,
and considered one of the greatest Dallas Mavericks that ever played.
Absolutely. But the big German's too heavy-footed. He's plopping around on the floor. He's not able to guard anybody. And Dirk, here's what Dirk made it a point to try to get better defensively. He focused on that area of his game because it was weak. I don't know if Luka has that same desire to get in shape, to challenge himself to become a better defender. Because ultimately, dog, let's be real. You have to have balls, dog. Like, you have to have ganas to want to be a defender and play defense.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody wants to shoot the rock. But what about when you got to go play defense? Nobody wants to play defense, dog.
Yeah,
Everybody wants to score points.
exactly.
The league is built on how many points do you score.
Mhm,
That's where that's the fun of it.
mhm.
Nobody's like, oh, I gotta be a better defender this year. Especially somebody like Luka who's dropping 30 and 40.
Exactly. So if he's doing his part, just not defending as well as everybody else is
You're a
on the team,
liability to the team, dog.
okay? So
That's what I'm telling you.
so
Remember
why
in
doesn't so
300?
then why doesn't anybody else get pointed out as far as the defense goes? Because it wasn't just all Luka. You can't just say that it was all Luka. That
Because
was the
not
reason why they lost.
everybody is Luka. Not everybody is a game breaker.
Okay.
But when you're out there, dog, it's like you just put a spotlight on Luka, and you're just like, you remember on what was it, the water boy when he's like, "Where's my bitch? Where's my bitch?"
Oh, there it
There,
is.
yeah, that's exactly what it is. They're looking for Luka every time down the court. Why? Because he don't play defense.
Yeah. I mean, you have a
I'm
point when
saying,
it
and
comes to
what they
that.
say, what they say on 300, any kind of break in the
And
armor,
this is why Nico Harrison said, "Defense win championship.
yeah.
Defense
And
wins."
what did he say? Luka don't play defense.
You don't play defense. So
I don't.
all you angry Mavs fans out there, now you know why we got rid of Luca. Now you know why. And you can be
Was it
mad at Joe because it
justified?
was just because of that.
No, bro. Was it justified? Not at all. You traded away a generational talent. But that's what I'm saying is it's
But you're
gonna
saying
look
good riddance from what I can hear
no,
because
it's
he
gonna
don't
look
play defense.
stupid if he does put in the work to become a defender. If he chooses to just be an offensive guy and they don't go in, bro,
Then
they got gentlemen swept in the first round.
then will you and the rest of the Dallas Mavericks fans be like, yeah, it was justified. We shouldn't have fired Nico Harrison. He made the right call.
Bro, he got to go, dog. I don't care if we win 5 titles. Nico Harrison has to go. He got to go.
Why? If he made the right call,
Hell,
especially if Luca don't
you
pick up his
traded
defensive game,
Luka
then
for a
what?
guy with no damn skeletal structure,
Hey,
dog.
bro,
AD is always hurt.
defense wins championships.
How do you play defense in a body cast or
Defense
street clothes?
wins championships.
Street clothes McGee over here playing a quarter of the season. That's what I'm saying.
I'm
Like
telling you, bro.
you got the same amount of defense because he don't even play.
Facts. Facts, big facts. But hey, I mean, that's neither here or there. Luca's now gone. He's at the Lakers. Apparently, he's still a fat ass that can't play no
Yeah, he's still
defense.
fat
So,
ass.
I
Hey,
mean,
that's coming from 2 fat asses.
that's coming from two fat asses. There you go. So, hey, it is what it is.
Welcome,
Sorry,
brother.
sorry, Luca. Sorry, man. Sorry you didn't make it, man. It is
Hey,
what it
Doc,
is.
how many people do you think thought the Lakers were gonna get knocked out 4-1,
Nobody.
especially adding Luka?
Nobody.
And you know what LeBron's thing
What did
is?
Unc say?
LeBron's like,
Lakers in 5.
yeah,
Lakers in
Lakers
5.
in 5. Lakers got bounced in 5. And what did LeBron say? LeBron's like, we need a big. They traded their big, and that was
Mm,
AD. But even when AD was there, they were
mm,
like, we need a big.
mm.
We need a true center. We don't have a true center. LeBron's having to play center. LeBron's not big enough to play center.
No, sorry.
I mean, he can do a lot of things, but that's not one of them. And when you got a guy on the other end
That ain't playing defense.
that ain't playing no defense,
He's just picking up, walking by, picking up bags of popcorn, going, "You gonna
nice.
finish that Twinkie right there? Let me get it real quick."
Hey, let me get some of that soda. It's a diet. I'm watching my figure. I'm trying my best. So yeah, man, I do think that was a warning shot from
Yeah,
JJ to Luca. Like, hey,
of course.
you're not in Dallas. We're not going to accept that mediocrity in the offseason. You're not going to be drinking beers, getting fat, and then try to play your way into game shape.
Yeah.
The other thing, though, is JJ Redick played these guys damn 47 minutes out of a 48-minute game. Who the
Again,
hell is in that
it,
kind of shape?
it's Luca's fault. Remember, because he's fat. I mean,
Imagine that all your guys are playing 47 minutes. No, they played 46 because I think they all set out 2 minutes of a game. So
oh,
46 out of 48 minutes.
mm.
And then you got a guy that's already a liability just dragging ass up and down the court.
But you decide that it's a great idea to go ahead and play him for that fucking
Keep
long.
playing him. Come on, man.
Make sense. Make it make sense.
There was coaching malpractice. There was player malpractice. And the Lakers.
That's why for me, it's like whenever
Lakers
everybody's like,
are fine.
that's why when everybody's like, you know, he was talking about Luka. How you know? It was the whole fucking team. He didn't even. You know what? We ain't even gonna go there. Luka's a fat ass, and they lost in 5. There you go.
That's all that matters.
That's all that matters.
And that's what it is, because that's what it is. What can you do?
Nothing.